And greetings and salutations. This is Lord Ryan here, and today we are playing once again Vampyr or Vampyr, or as you would call Nosferatu. Anyway, we just finished our first side. Well, we're about to finish our first side quest and find this dude's wallet. We gotta find a bunch of level 6 Scald, who think they believe like they embrace vampire blood, but they're not fully transformed. More like feral vampires. They don't have any control of their power. And we just discovered this dude, who is the ambulance driver, is also having a little hinky-dinky snoo fest with one of the nurses. Oh. I guess he didn't need that. Anyway, where'd he go? I just saw him here earlier in my previous recording here. Where'd you go? Oh, who are you? Who art thou you? What's this icon? What's the eye icon? I don't know what eye icon do. Unknown person. You have eye icon, but I don't know who you be. Another doctor?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you?
Oh no.
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Aren't you too old for such jealousy? It really won't do you any good, you know.
Don't be ridiculous, Dr. Reed. A simple glance is enough for me to know you have nothing for me to envy.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive.
That's not what was wrong. I said healer.
Or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
Yeah, what a prick. I wouldn't mind killing him off right here and there, but there's 3 witnesses.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Oh, whoops.
Thank you, nurse. It's locked.
You just came through that door!
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already on.
I see.
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about the doctor.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both...
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site.
Are you sat well?
It's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my blunder.
I won't lie to you about it.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed?
In other circumstances, you would be right. Is there anything else that...
I'm all right. Considering
Tell me about
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return.
I was more curious about what you were doing before.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Finn. Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune.
Man,
Such
such a
an honor, sir.
such a celebrity.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion.
Oh
Dr.
God,
Reed.
senpai!
In my own experiments, I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method.
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Smith.
Do you need help with
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my...
Do you want me to play the error?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to...
I see. You seem quite...
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and...
Questions were
True.
Sorry, I'm skipping over dialogue. I just want to make sure I get any hints or whatnot.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Use the voice.
Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save...
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye, Dr.
Okay, so we found more information about him. So apparently he didn't injure himself on accident. He did it on purpose, I think. Or I didn't really understand.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fit.
How could your job be responsible for your...
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Oh my God.
Tell me more about the death of...
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died.
I feel really bad probing this poor guy.
I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Goodbye for now, Mister.
I want to help this guy as much as I can, well, and then I can kill him. I know, this game is actually toying at my feels, man. I'm actually surprised this game is actually deep. They make you want to take care of these people. Unlike that first guy I killed off, who was a complete asshole right from the get-go, I care for these folks. Hey, what happened to that doctor I was just talking to? Where did he go? Doctor? Doctor!
It's locked.
Who are you?
It's locked, all right.
I don't want to talk to I'm talking
Good
to
evening,
you.
Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
How is the Pembroke staff coping?
Not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more...
Why is Milton grumpy?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation.
Why does Milton dislike Doctor?
Milton's reputation is mediocre among his colleagues. Okay, okay. So... Huh. I want to use that to my influence, but he's dead. Oh, he's a leader of a gang? Huh. Well, it's a good thing I killed him. He wasn't worth much.
Just ask him.
Why does...
I don't.
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay, so we need to find first off, we need to find the doctor and we need to find the dude, Milton. We need to find Milton and I need to find the doctor again. I was just talking to him earlier. Where'd he go? Oh. Oh, here you go.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Tell me more.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient.
What is it?
Fair question.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Do you need my medical...
Don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening. I'm
No.
Really? Why are you here?
I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain is the...
Yes,
Could you at least...
Mortimer. Mortimer.
Tell me about...
I don't want to talk.
How...
So painful, I'd rather not.
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you get...
Don't waste your time with me.
Oh, this is Lady of Sankar.
Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you.
I'm Dr. Jonathan...
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer
What do you think of your reception here?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital.
Is there something in particular?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such
Tell me more about your arrival.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question,
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm...
What can...
Not much to say.
May I ask if...
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach...
Are you really that rich?
Yes, thanks to my husband.
Goodbye, Miss...
I'm quite busy right now.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you...
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
If you are going to lead this surgery,
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland...
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Thank you for your time. Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to...
Tell me more, Harvey Fiddick. What is it? Fair question. Goodbye, Doctor.
Man, there's so many intertwined stuff. Shit. I'm getting distracted really quickly from the main quest here.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr.
Good...
Hey, where'd he go?
So lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
Good evening, Nurse Brennan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Damn. Also, Jonathan's voice really sounds familiar. I'm not sure where it's from, but I've heard it from a different game. Here's your
I
wallet.
have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Oh yeah, that's right, because there's a thing versus interracial relationships at this time period.
Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in it?
Goodbye. Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want...
I have no intention of reporting you.
The rules say I won't be allowed to work.
Is he work?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not...
Goodbye. It's locked, all right.
Okay, now screwing around.
It's locked.
Oh boy. A hacksaw. Oh dear.
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Oh, there's the DLC stuff. If you're strong enough, remember the blood of citizens is the fastest way to... Oh dear. Are we sure we want to go to the dark side? I mean, that first dude kind of deserved to die and all, but, you know... Do we really want to go that far? I say yes. Man, this loading screen takes forever. Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna record this, so I might cut some bits and pieces off. I'm not sure. My editing skills is really, really mediocre, so no. Okay. I got hat. Okay, I got the hat. Can I change outfit? Workshop? Okay, clear 15, amnesia, sepsis. I need something, quinine. I don't know. Light regeneration serum, okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than...
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I just want to equip the sword really quickly. Warning, equipping with a two-handed will equip offhand up. Okay.
Human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Can I change my clothes though? I like to change my clothes.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Oh, okay. It's a rare opportunity to do supernatural speed. Oh, that's just taking back what we just talked about. And this loading screen is kind of killing it for me a little bit here. No pun intended. Also, I might end this episode here really quickly because I'm out of time. And so I got the DLC stuff. Am I just... Yeah, I'm just changing outfits here. Okay. Damn, it takes forever to change an outfit? Damn, okay. So we'll see you guys next time on Vampyr. And we'll kick more ass later and do some more quests. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. This is Lord Ryan, signing out. Sayonara. And peace out. Later!